if it's in the product,
yeah,
it doesn't.
but stuff just gets like super.
She's like working crazy hours.
What? Yeah. Scott and I met at West Virginia University in college. I was in the marching band, and Scott was this creepy older guy who kept finding me and talking to me and telling me how much he was in love with me.
I didn't say that.
None of that was true, but the beginning part was pretty true.
We were both Jewish.
We were both Jewish, and within our social circle, we seemed to be the only Jewish people anyone knew. And so they made a habit of introducing us over and over and over again.
We got into music together because I was a music major at school. She was in marching band. Music was always, that's the social circle we ran in. That's just how we met. And so music was always a big part of our lives.
We didn't get into music together until after we broke up as a couple.
Yeah.
Music was always a big part of our relationship. We went to see a lot of bands together. We made a lot of trips from West Virginia to Pittsburgh to buy used records, and we did a lot of music shopping, but we never performed together until after our breakup.
We used to always talk about when we were going to put our CD collections together.
Yeah.
Like,
that was
at
our
what
big
point
thing.
in our relationship that was going to be a big step in our
we were so
relationship.
excited
We put our CD
because
collections
we both had
together.
hundreds of CDs, and now I got rid of all my CDs.
Yeah, I
I have
don't have
those, like
CDs now.
somewhere. 10 years.
It's a long time.
We dated for 10 years. See how I answered the question there.
Oh. I kept inviting her to the Hillel House, which is like the Jewish student union on
It
campus.
was weird. It was like, I thought he was, I don't know.
They did a bagel brunch every Sunday, and
You
that
know,
was like my
like-
in. I was like, you want to come to bagel brunch? Like,
There weren't a lot of, there wasn't a big Jewish community at our university, but I came from a neighborhood that was a very large Jewish community, so I like didn't need this sort of.
But I came from a town
Yeah.
where I was one of 2 Jews in my high school.
So I just had this creepy person inviting me to bagel brunch every Sunday or
I wasn't that
Saturday.
creepy. I had a ponytail, but I wasn't creepy.
Come to bagel brunch and we'll read from the Torah together.
And then make out.
And then make out. That didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
I went to one bagel brunch.
I've never
I'm
made
gonna stop
out.
talking.
I never made out very close to bagels.
Can we just not talk about bagels or making out?
Sorry.
We're here. So our breakup was difficult. We obviously have a great relationship now, and we got through it well. But at the time, it was very stressful and sad. And
The relationship, we had a normal relationship. It wasn't like there was a secret or anything was
Yeah.
hidden. It wasn't for 10 years she had something she had to tell me.
yeah, there
was
wasn't.
neglecting to
Yeah,
tell
that's
me.
important. There wasn't this big secret that I was keeping from him or from anybody. It was just kind of natural, I think, in any relationship for feelings to change and feelings to shift, and you don't always know why you're feeling a certain way. Maybe it's because we were long distance for a few years of our relationship.
We met when we were so young.
We met when we were
things
young.
that we evolved. We grew up together, and
Right.
we also grew apart. Like, it just became as we figured out ourselves, that was just something that came out of it. But
So
it
that
wasn't.
it wasn't.
that she decided or waited or anything. It's just like that's just the way things went.
He found out when I found out. Like, he
Yeah.
found out when I was still kind of, why are we having problems in our relationship? We both kind of like looked within ourselves. What, like, personally, like, what's going on with me? Why am I not, feeling a certain way anymore? And I'm sure you asked yourself the same questions, or who knows. So I think when we kind of just did some soul searching within ourselves, that, at least for me, that's when it all kind of made sense, and that's when I told him. And he's been a part of that whole discussion from the beginning. It was never, this is what it is, we're breaking up.
Yeah. Right now, maybe is our best moment because we've just. It is. I think it is. Like, we've just matured together. A few weeks ago, we were driving. I don't remember where we were coming from rehearsal.
Yeah.
We were in the car. We're just like stuck in traffic talking. We're like, this is effing crazy. Like, if you told ourselves.
You didn't say
this-
effing.
I'm gonna
You
say
dropped
effing.
it.
I don't know who's gonna be watching
You
this.
dropped the F on it. He used a real word.
Effing is actually wrong.
Okay.
We were just like, this is crazy. Like, if we told ourselves that this is what we would be doing,
Yeah.
like, you're going to date for 10 years, you're going to break out, you're going to become a band.
You're going to be miserable for like about a year or two, and then you're going to join a band.
Oh, and
together.
you're both going to live in Los Angeles, which was not even on our radar.
And then you're going to crash. I crashed on his couch.
Oh, and then she lived with me
Yeah.
for a few months when she moved to LA. Like, the whole thing.
None of it makes any sense.
It doesn't make sense to us,
Yeah.
but it makes sense. And, like,
Yeah, it's
we've
nice.
gotten through
Yeah.
some BS, and we've just like we're still here and we're still able to have something to do together.